Hello people, we are David and Eric from Loonatics, and we are going to show you a relation between complexity and the two different texts. First, you should know that complexity emerged from the general knowledge created through the different connections that are present in educational context. These connections are connection beyond the classroom. This is the one who takes place in all the context of the school, not just in the class. The second one is teacher-student connection, the obvious connection between the teacher and the figure of the student. Connection within the school context, I mean connections just with the context. Connections with peers, we understand peers as professionals as a group and kids as a group, and connections within learning. Okay, now that you know that complexity and connections are related, we are going to relate also the different connections with the main ideas we have selected from both texts. First text is about school instructors. The second text is about schools that learn. Okay, the first notion about school instructor is the meeting of teachers. It is related with school context, connection with peers, understanding as teachers, and connection beyond the classroom. The first main idea to a school that learn is to renovate the concept. This old concept of a school that just tell knowledge basically to the students and don't get another context of learning is you have to take it off and you have to renovate your concept of schools. This is obviously related with the school context, you're changing it, with connection beyond the classroom because this is a whole thing, a whole group thing, and connection within learning. As you already know, children in primary education are organized in different cycles. Teachers of each cycle create the cycle advisement, and it works to clarify and to develop different strategies of teaching in this specific cycle. You also have to create a project together, a community project, because you can do this just individually and don't cooperate with your partners. So it's very important to show the kids and to make ourselves a community project. This is connected with connections with peers because you are working together, and teacher-student connection because you have to show kids how to work in a common group. Board of Teachers is an organization of all the teachers that are teaching a same group with specific characteristics. So the objective is to create an educational response allocated to the characteristics of the group. It's very important to learn from the past and from the present. We must know our background, we must learn from what have we done and what we are doing to create new learning and new knowledge for us. This is obviously related with connections within learning because you're learning from your own things that you have made and you are doing. Horizontal structure is a structure based on the collaboration of teachers, and it works from the continuity and from the coherence of education working in each area of the curriculum. All those theoretical things doesn't work if you don't create educational experiences. I mean, if you must take it to the practice to know in a practical way how this works and to apply it. This is connected with all the relations, basically, but the most important are the school context because you're changing it again beyond the classrooms and obviously connection with peers. Okay, the non-cooperative actions could occur between teacher and students, also between peers, and obviously beyond the classroom and with learning. You must get involved in the design. It's obvious that if you're renewing the concept, you can just accept the design as it gets from the outside and just don't think about it. You must think about the design, you must make decisions, and you must change it if you need it. So you are you are making a connection within learning and beyond the classroom because this is not a class experience, this is something that you made in the school. Last part of school structure is learning teachers. We need an improvement in the knowledge that teachers have in order to increase the potential of the class. It's related with school context, with connection with peers, and also connection beyond the classroom. We also need a balance between the cooperative project or the project together and our own autonomy. We need to keep our autonomy as an individual professional, but we must get a project together. So the thing we must do is to share values and goals, not just with kids, with professionals from the schools too. This is connected with a school context, is beyond the class, relation with peers obviously, and teacher-student, because you must show your autonomy to kids and show kids that they have autonomy. And last but not least, stimulation. Without the stimulation, all those things don't really work. You must keep a changing context and a competitive context in a healthy way with yourselves. This is basically the main ideas of the 4 texts connected. We have shown you the most obvious relation between ideas and connection, but we think that almost all ideas are related with all connections. And that's all. Bye.